Sansa, and today we are with people of Atenas. We are going to explain them about penicillin and antibiotics. I am with my classmates
José Miguel.
and
Valentina.
Good morning. I'm going to explain you about the history of penicillin, antibiotics, and Alexander Fleming. Alexander Fleming was born in Ayrshire, Scotland, on August 6 in 1881. He studied medicine and he served as a physician during the World War I. His research and experimentation, Fleming discovered a bacteria strain which he will call penicillin in 1928. He was awarded by the Nobel Prize in 1945, and he died on March 11 in 1955. Alexander Fleming planned to become a surgeon, but the temporary position in the inoculation department of Mary's Hospital changed the path toward and the new field of bacteriology. He developed his research skills under the guidance of bacteriologists and immunologists. Sir Albert Edward Wright. September 28, 1928. I certainly didn't plan to revolutionize all the medicine by discovering the world's first antibiotic or bacteria killer, but I suppose that was exactly that I did. They first gathered mold substance, mold juice, and then named it penicillin. On the hills, Fleming discovered a team of scientists that isolate and purify penicillin, the antibiotic that eventually used during the World War II, revolutionizing the battlefield medicine on a much broader scale of the infection control.
Penicillin is an antibiotic. It killed bacteria such as Staphylococcus, and it cured the pneumonia and the tuberculosis.
Why was important the discovery of the penicillin?
The discovery of the penicillin was very important because, for example, in war, they use the penicillin to cure many people, and if they don't use the penicillin, many people will die.
the development of antibiotics was one of the great discoveries in modern medicine. They fight bacteria and can cure life-threatening infectious diseases such as pneumonia.
When is important to use antibiotics?
Antibiotics can save lives, but they also relieve symptoms of bacterial infections and help us recover faster.
The adverse effects of the penicillin are allergy, fever, chills, body aches, and flu symptoms.
Other theories are that some people said that Cloromiro Picado discovered the penicillin, but like the name said, is a theory because it's not checked.
Thank you for your attention and your time, and it was a pleasure to have you here with us. are going to see a video talking with the Dr. Elena Arias. Hello, today we are with the Dr. Elena Arias and we are going to talk about the penicillin and antibiotics.
My first question is, can you tell us about the penicillin?
Okay. Alexander Fleming is accredited with the discovery of the penicillin. The penicillin is the first antibiotics that we use, but currently penicillin only used in disease called syphilis.
What is the adverse effect of the penicillin?
The most important adverse effect is allergy.
And the last question, Dr. Elena, is why is important to use antibiotics?
This is the most important thing in these topics because some people use antibiotics when don't need them. And it's very important when you have any infection, bacterial infection in any part of your body, you need to use antibiotics. But if you don't have infection, you don't need them.
Dr. Elena, thank you for your time and it's a pleasure to be in your office.
You're welcome. I'm so happy to have you here.
Now we are going to see a video with more information.
This is a story of penicillin, and it all started here at St Mary's Hospital in London. In the early 1900s, a doctor called Alexander Fleming was trying to find new ways of treating bacterial infection. Back then, infection was a major cause of death, even in hospitals. In fact, in World War I, many soldiers died from infection of their wounds rather than the wounds themselves. Alexander Fleming was working in this very room, studying a type of bacterium that lives in septic wounds called Staphylococcus. He made his big discovery on the 3rd of September 1928, right here. Fleming was cleaning up his lab when he noticed something unusual. By accident, there was a mouldy fungus growing on one of his agar plates. But more importantly, he noticed that there were no bacteria growing around it. His conclusion was that the fungus must have produced a chemical which killed the bacteria. This was just what he'd been looking for. The name of the fungus was Penicillium notatum, so he called this killer substance penicillin. Penicillin stops bacteria by breaking down their cell walls. The bacteria get bigger but can't divide. Eventually, they burst and die. A substance produced by a microbe which kills bacteria is called an antibiotic. In World War II, the race was on to make enough of this new antibiotic to save thousands of soldiers' lives. Today, penicillin is still an important drug for treating infectious diseases. It's produced on a bigger scale than ever. At this company in Northumberland, they produce over 7 tons of it a day. But antibiotics aren't the answer to everything. For one thing, some bacteria become resistant, so scientists are always on the lookout for new antibiotics. And remember, not all diseases are caused by bacteria. As yet, we still haven't found a cure for the common cold. Why do you think that is?
Up to 10% of people report being allergic to penicillin or the penicillin class of antibiotics, making it the most commonly reported drug allergy. If you're allergic to penicillin, it is recommended to avoid medications in the same antibiotic class, such as amoxicillin and ampicillin. Certain antibiotics that should be used with caution in penicillin allergic patients include drugs in the cephalosporin class, such as Keflex. Cephalosporins have a low rate of causing an allergic reaction in people who are allergic to penicillin, but their use should still be monitored in these people. Remember, just because you show allergic symptoms after taking penicillin doesn't mean that you will react to related drugs such as amoxicillin, but it increases the chances that you might. Also, just because you had a reaction to penicillin or any other drug at one point doesn't mean you will have the same reaction later on. The best decision is to always watch for signs of an allergic reaction, such as rash, hives, or trouble breathing. Make sure to contact your doctor if you have signs of an allergic reaction and seek medical care if you have difficulty breathing. Always let your pharmacist and doctor know if you have a penicillin allergy.